outside, so I don't know how cold it is. It is still a beautiful day. I wanted to come to you guys and talk about Money Monday because we are not just talking about business pointers, and not even that. We're not just talking about motivation, encouragement, and how can I push you past wherever you are. We're talking about 2022, and we're talking about money. And we're talking about that this is Thanksgiving week, which also means that Black Friday is this week. So I want to point out something to you that I pointed out, a few weeks ago. And I was trying to make $1,000 in the end of that week, and I didn't. It's my own fault why I didn't. And I have no one to blame and no one to complain about. Here's the thing. I still have it's my fake money. It also says B.A.D, but it's my $1,000. This is going to be in my little money bag all week in my purse. And I'm going to add to this bag to get as close to $1,000. I'm not even going to spend that money. Why am I sharing with this with you? And really just because you know what, when you set a goal, you have to set this goal and run with it and run away from it. Here's my point. If I want to make $1,000, I need to make the $1,000. By the end of the week, I need to have accomplished the goal of $1,000. Okay. So when that $1,000 or when 5 o'clock on Friday hits, if I have not made that $1,000, I'm not going to do what I did last time. And that is, continue on to, let's just add the weekend in. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to count the dollars that are in this envelope. And I'm going to see how close I got to obtaining that money. I am not going to spend whatever I put in here. So whatever I sell, and even if it's digitally, I'm going to go and get that money off. If what I mean by digitally, if someone pays by card or whatever, I'm going to go get that money off the card and I'm going to put that cash in here. Spiritually, there's a reason why cash is very important right now, but I'll talk about that another time, probably on another platform. But every time I make something towards something, I am going to put that money right in here. And actually, thank you, Lord. I'll take that a step further. Just because, you know what, some of us don't like to pay fees when we pull money out of the ATM, put a note in here of how much money it is and where it is. So if it's on PayPal, if it's on Cash App or something like that, I'm going to put that note in here and I'm still not going to spend that money. I have to be able to prove it to myself. Now I hope you guys are taking notes. And if you're not, go back and watch the replay. It's okay. Sometimes on Monday we don't have to take notes, but we sure need coffee. My coffee is all the way over there. Why is it so important to me and why am I sharing this with you? Because I'm preparing for 2022. Now, if you can see, this is a nice envelope in my brand colors, and there's two parts to the envelope. There's a front pocket, and then there's the large snap pocket in the envelope. Can I tell you that I have another $1,000 fake money in this envelope? This is the start. This is it says emergency on the bottom. And before I get to this, I'm going to tell you about this envelope. I am looking to make, did I say 22? It's 2022. $10,000 sometime in 2022. Now, if I make $1,000 in a week, that means for 10 weeks, I should be able to make $10,000. That comes about doing a variety of things that I do: coaching, selling books, publishing services, whatever it is. But my goal is to look at this $10,000 and know that it can be done sometime in 2020. If I roll that over, like I do 10,000 in 10 weeks and I do 10,000 in 5 weeks, then at the end of the year, I'll say, you know what? I not only set this goal, I beat this goal. The point is to set it, to get to it, and get as close to it as you possibly can. It's not just running amok and let me sell everything. It is really having a strategic plan. Which brings me to a lot of things I want to share as I get to the end of this. So give me 1 second. So what I'm doing is I have this emergency $1,000. It says emergency on the bottom. It has the crown and everything. I'm putting this inside of this envelope. Holy Spirit is saying no. I'm putting this in this front flap of the envelope. The importance of this emergency $1,000 is that emergency $1,000 cannot be it has to always stay put aside. So while I have $10,000 on here, it's actually 11,000 because that $1,000 of emergency money for the B.A.D brand has to stay somewhere and cannot be spent unless it's an emergency. Cannot be invested back into the business unless it's an emergency. So that $1,000 will always be there. I can add to that $1,000. It can either be 500, another 1,000, 200 for emergency fund, but that $1,000 has to be there as an emergency and not move. I am going to every time. Remember that $1,000 here, this $1,000 in this envelope that I'm working towards the end of the week. I can't spend that. Why can't I spend that? Because I'm going to take 500 of that and put it in here. I'm going to take 500 of that and put it in here. And then I'm going to start the next week to do the same thing. So mind you, if I make $2,000 this week, I'm putting $1,000 in here. I'm going to get as close to my 10,000 in 2022, in 2022 as soon as I can. But I'm starting now. Why am I starting now? Do you guys know that Black Friday sales are basically the sales, the discounts and whatnot that the stores didn't provide all year? So now they're trying to get rid of all of this inventory that they've had carry over for the year, and then they bring in new inventory in the spring because guess what, you still have a Christmas sale in January. So for me, I'm almost doing the same thing. You'll find products that are totally on sale. If you haven't gone to baduniversity.com yet, everything there is either 25% off, 50% off, or has been marked down tremendously because I'm bringing in new products, new digital services, new memberships for the next year. And in doing the memberships for the next year, guess what? I got a Black Friday sale, Christmas sale, and a New Year sale for those things. Remember, I'm working on the 1,000 and I'm working on the 10,000. For every 1,000 here, I can't spend that money, but I'm going to move that money to this gorgeous golden black envelope. I'm going to move $500 here because I'm still building, or I'm continuously going to try to build that $10,000 that I am going to make for 2022 that I am claiming for my business. There's a lot that I'd like to do. How can that help you? One, I'm going to tell you a blessing. I'm going to call these bad bucks because they are. And these are a blessing. And I sell these. These are what we call placeholder, $1,000 placeholders. I'm putting my $1,000 placeholder in my envelope. I sell these. They're a dollar each. A dollar each. If you have more than one business, more than one envelope, if you like budgeting and saving money, especially towards your business, get these from me. You can Cash App however many you want. Let me tell you, I would get more than one because when I send them out, you have to pay. They come out in an envelope in a why is this eluding me right now? Probably not enough coffee. It doesn't come in a regular mailing envelope, so it's not, just a postage stamp. They come in a shipping envelope, so the shipping for that is $3 flat rate. Plus, you get some perks from me. We have the labels, and we'll do other envelopes. This is my brand color, so I can do all black, or I can do Right now we have all black envelopes for this right here, and we can do this in your brand color and send those out. These are $5 in the envelope. I have two of these. I only need two for my business, because one, this is for the Bad brand, and then the other one is for the construction company. So yeah, I'm trying to make $10,000 in both. Now this is my money envelope, my money binder. And this binder is very flexible. Also in my brand color. I also love clear. You can call it white. But in this envelope, I have, um, in this binder, I have 7 envelopes for that are labeled for travel. And through my travel business, which is Faith Travel for You, I have created these binders for travel, for saving money and budgeting for travel, especially if you're not there yet, because most of us are not there to just, drop $1,000 tomorrow to just go anywhere. This helps budgeting for travel. I have a binder for that. This is so important for me, and why I'm sharing this on Money Monday, because if we don't put something together, a strategic plan, then we fall short, which is why I failed a few weeks ago in making that $1,000. I fell short. I didn't put a strategic plan together. I had to get some self care in this past weekend. And last night, I sat and said, I didn't bring any of my workbooks with me. And what I mean by workbooks, I didn't bring my journals to make notes or any of that. Obviously, I can make notes on my phone, but I didn't do what I could have done. And the reason why is because I needed all of that peace in order to hear. I needed all of that peace in order to mentally work. And here I am today, giving to you all the things I've been working on for the past few weeks. This binder, now, has 7 envelopes. It's labeled hotel, rideshare, meals, airfare, all of those social, all of those different things. And there's 7 envelopes. And this binder, again, this binder comes in my only in my brand color. It's clear, and it has the gold binding, and then the lettering is also in gold. I do not offer this in another color, because not just because this is my brand color, but because when you travel, I want you to consider yourself royalty. And all of these things, this envelope, this $1,000 money placeholder, and this binder is actually included in the Bad Queens of the Round Table membership group, which expands or expounds on everything that has to do with business, most things that have to do with ministry, and most things that have to do with life. So these are part of the membership. But for individuals, which we're letting this go, this binder is at $30, and it comes with a travel challenge. And the travel challenge is just putting all the monies together for the date and time that you want to take your trip. If you want to take your trip tomorrow and you're trying to get $1,000, please have $1,000 product in your business. But otherwise, it'll go through the challenge, and it's actually a recorded challenge that you'll hear me talk about. You'll hear me, and I'll talk about how I filled up my own binder and got ready for what's next. So listen, that's it for today. That's it for Money Monday and Convos with the Queen. That's it. But it's what it is taking advantage. So I want you to, here on Haps, if you're not following me on Haps, please do. If you're not following me on Bad Coach Dana, please do. If you're not following me on Bad Queens of the Round Table, please do. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please subscribe, because all of these things here will, you'll have all the notes, you'll have all of the links, excuse me. You have all of the links to purchase the binders, whether it's here on Haps, whether it's here on YouTube, whether it's here on Bad Coach Dana, or whether it's here on Bad Queens of the Roundtable. And let me say this on Bad Queens of the Roundtable, you will not get the links, because you on Bad Queens of the Roundtable are going to get the scheduled pre-sale or pre-registration for the Bad Queens of the Roundtable membership group, which includes all of this. So that's it for today. I will talk to you guys again soon. And guess what? It may not be Wednesday. We may not have to wait that long. Why? There's some things I want to say, and there's some things I want to encourage you about, and there's some things we just have to get off the table. Have a great, great rest of